3-20 is your final. The Browns lose to the Buffalo Bills in what is actually probably the best result you could ask for if you're a Browns fan regarding the future of this franchise, because the Browns lose today to the Buffalo Bills, which was expected, right? Everybody thought that we were going to be losing to the Buffalo Bills. You also had in the prime draft positions, you had the Tennessee Titans, who have the number 1 overall pick going up against, or the number 2 overall pick going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. You also had the New York Giants going up against the Minnesota Vikings. And you have gotten your wish with the Cleveland Browns losing today and the Tennessee Titans winning today. So the Browns move up a spot here in the upcoming NFL draft. I think you're going to go up to either 2 or 3 here after the first slate of games is over. I don't know who's playing in the 4 o'clock hour. I don't know if the Raiders, I don't know who the Raiders are playing tonight. But the Tennessee Titans game has just gone final. They've lost, or they won 26-9 against the Kansas City Chiefs. We have to be honest here, guys. The first half by the Browns and by Shador Sanders was pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, Shador Sanders, outside of the incomplete pass to Quinshon Judkins that went off of his hands, outside of that, Shador Sanders was pretty decent in the first half. And as most things go with Shador Sanders, you have to come at this with, okay, he did the same thing against San Francisco. Really good in the first half. Let's hope he can sustain this in the second half, and we can build off of this in the second half. And again, the second half comes, and Shador Sanders does not look good at all. And this is a going theme for Shador Sanders. Contrary to what you guys, if you're Shador Sanders fans, may think, Shador Sanders has a track record of starting out strong in the first quarter and then not playing well in the second half. And that was the same thing that happened today. And those 2 interceptions, the first interception I tweeted out that it really wasn't his fault. You know, the ball was a little behind, but, you know, it hits Quinshon Judkins in the hands. He's got to catch that. The second one, double clutching, holding onto the ball too long, staring down his receiver, made it way too easy for Joey Bosa to get that ball, man. Way too easy to get that ball. And again, when you have a quarterback that holds onto the ball too long, an offensive line that does not block well, and a receiving core that does not get open, that is a recipe for disaster if I've ever seen, okay? And you saw that throughout the entire second half. The entire second half. Sanders holds onto the ball too long. Receivers are not getting open. Offensive line struggling to keep up against, you know, the Buffalo pass rush and the defense. That was the tale of the second half. And you can say that this was the showing out game for what the Browns should do going forward in this NFL draft. I think this game shows you the Browns have to go out and get a quarterback this year. They have to. And listen, a lot of people are going to be upset saying, you just hate Shador Sanders. That's not the case. Shador Sanders, I've said this from day one, is a spot starter. He is Jacoby Brissett. I think he can be a Jacoby Brissett in this league. He's a good spot starter. But right now, you cannot put this guy out there and expect him to lead you to the promised land. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And for anyone to expect Shador Sanders to do that, you're just lying to yourself. I'm sorry. You're just lying to yourself. Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore is a better prospect for the Cleveland Browns right now than Shador Sanders is right now. And people are going to be mad at that. You're going to be upset at me for saying this, but it's the truth. Okay? Shador Sanders is not ready enough to lead a team like the Browns to the playoffs or to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, guys. If you're Shador Sanders fans, whoever, He's not that guy. He's just not. And it's fine to say that, guys. It's fine. He struggled. He's a 5th-round rookie. He's not ready yet. The Browns were not going to put him out there this year. He had to go out there because they traded away Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel got hurt. He was not supposed to play this year. And so now you got Shador Sanders going out there, struggling mightily in some areas, not holding on to the ball too long. Receivers are not getting open. Offensive line's having struggles against pass rush. He's having to run for his life. He's not that fast. He's not that athletic, so he can't get away from some of these guys. It's a recipe for a disaster, guys, and this is what we're seeing. And today, we saw the Dylan Gabriel playbook. Everything was short. There was no long passes, no medium passes. Everything was dink and dunk. Everything was, 4 or 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Everything was screens or dump-offs today. And you got to be honest. Everybody complained when it was Dylan Gabriel, including myself. Everybody complained when it was Dylan Gabriel doing dinks and dunks. Everyone's like, we want to see, Shador Sanders throw the deep ball. And we saw that for the most part. But today, we got the Dylan Gabriel game. It was dink and dunk. Everything was very, 4-yard passes here, 3-yard passes here, screen pass here, dump off to the flat here. That was the entire game plan today. And you know what? People are going to say, well, he was 20 of 27 for like 150 yards. Okay, cool. He didn't have that many incompletions, but 2 of the 7 incompletions were interceptions, and everything was dink and dunk, man. And again, that goes back to the roster's not good enough from Andrew Berry. Okay, the roster's not good enough. You don't have playmakers that can get open. Your offensive line is not good, and the quarterback is not good, and the head coach and play callers are not good. Everything about this offense is not good, okay? And it's just so frustrating that you cannot have, it seems like you can't have a regular conversation about Shador Sanders because it's either he was fantastic and nothing is his fault, or he's the worst and everything is his fault. To me, Shador had a great first half. Second half was terrible. And this is what we saw during San Francisco. It was the same thing, okay? It was the same thing. I don't think Shador Sanders is going to be a guy that leads a team to a Super Bowl. But do I think he can be a guy that could be a very good spot starter and a good backup in the NFL? Sure. But the issue is that he brings a lot of personality and a lot of drama to an organization. So to me, the Browns have an opportunity here with the loss of Quinshon Judkins, right? You're going to lose every single game already. But when you have the Tennessee Titans winning today, so they're now past you in the NFL draft order. You had, I don't know if the Giants came back to win or not against the Minnesota Vikings, but the last time I saw, the Vikings were beating the Giants 16-13, okay? Then you have whoever the Raiders are going to play today. I think they're playing the Texans. You have an opportunity here within the next 3 weeks or next 2 weeks to see if the Browns can get up to at least the second pick, if not the number 1 overall pick. And if you are picking either 1 or 2, there are 2 guys here in Fernando Mendoza and Dante Moore, okay? I think that they're going to be better than Shador Sanders. I know you guys are upset. I see you, Chef1668. You says, I don't know Diddley. Maybe not, all right? Leanne says, you guys are saying all this stuff about Shador Sanders. Guys, it's okay to say he wasn't great today. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine to say he wasn't great today. All right? This is what I'm saying. When is the last time I played in the NFL? Have a nice day, fan. You haven't played in the NFL either, man. I'm sorry. I don't know why this is the same line of argument I could use against you. I don't know why you're coming out against me. But again, I think he can be a good spot starter. I just don't think he's going to be the guy that leads a team to a Super Bowl. He played really good in the first half, not good in the second half. And you can say the same thing for the offense. The offense showed some signs of life. They had some good moments. They had some pretty bad moments. I'm just sick and tired of this whole narrative about Shador Sanders can do no wrong, and either it's all on someone else or it's all on Shador Sanders. When it's a mixture of both. Shador did not do good in the second half, and the whole team did not do good in the second half. The defense didn't play good today. The running defense today was awful. Was awful. The run defense was terrible. James Cook is one of the best running backs in the league, obviously. But, my God, has the defense gone way off, man. The defense has gone way off since Malik Collins got hurt. They could not stop the running game to save their life against the Buffalo Bills. They could not. Special teams continues to be a disaster at the most part. Mishandling the snap on that one extra point was terrible. Didn't really make a difference. You know, it was just ridiculous. But again, this goes back to the Buffalo Bills are a better team than the Cleveland Browns. They got a better quarterback, better offensive line, better weapons, better everything. It's fine to say Shador Sanders did not have a good second half, guys. The receivers didn't get open. He held onto the ball too long. He couldn't get away from the pass rush for the most part in the second half. It's fine to say he didn't do well. I see you guys in the chat. It's fine to say he didn't do well. It's okay. He's not going to get hurt. He's not going to, wither away if you say something criticizing him, okay? It's fine. He does have bad receivers, Adam. I agree. I said this. And there's people in the comments who are saying that I'm just trashing Shador. I'm not just trashing Shador. I said he played well in the first half. He did bad in the second half. He was 8 for 8 for like 75 yards and a touchdown. That's fantastic. And then, we went back to dink and dunks like Dylan Gabriel. It's just, again, if we make that same argument for Dylan Gabriel with dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, and then Shador Sanders comes out and does the same thing. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. I'm going to criticize it. I'm also going to say receivers weren't getting open. The receivers are not good. They're not good enough. The offensive line is not good enough. And Shador holds onto the ball too long. It's fine to say that, guys. But again, we knew coming into this game, Browns were not going to win. The Browns were not going to win this game. I'm shocked that they kept it this close. I'm very shocked they kept it this close. I'm just so over the Shador Sanders arguments right now. I'm just so frustrated by it because I'm sorry for harping on it. I'm sorry for harping on the Shador Sanders argument, but I just get so annoyed when I'm trying to talk about Shador Sanders in a nuanced way, and it's he's either the best person ever and you can't blame him for anything, or you have to blame Shador Sanders for everything. Either he's got to be the best thing ever or the worst thing ever. When it's nuanced. It's nuanced. That last drive was terrible by Shador. It was terrible by Shador. That last drive was terrible. He had that good pass to, I think it was Malachi Corley. Great pass. Then he had a run for his life. He ran backwards, almost took a safety. And then you were backed up in your 1 yard line. He looked like a rookie. And again, when you have guys like Dante Moore, you have guys like Fernando Mendoza, who I think personally could be better players in the NFL than Shador Sanders, the Browns have an ability right now. Because I think they're now at the, third pick in the draft now? Let me look here. Let's look. We'll go on Tankathon. Where did they go up in the draft here? Let's reset this. Yes, they're picking third now. So the Browns are picking third. So right now, the Raiders and the Giants are going to be picking or are going to be playing against one another. You're going to have an ability to go up to get either the second pick or the first pick in the draft. There are two players right now who I think are better than Shador Sanders. Does Shador Sanders have a bad line? Yes. Does Shador Sanders have bad receivers? Yes. Is Shador Sanders being hindered by that? Yes. But so is Dylan Gabriel. So is Joe Flacco. So is Deshaun Watson. And everybody, including myself, wanted to see a change at quarterback. Shador Sanders has shown you some flashes, yes. But he does not have, in my opinion, the ability to overcome those deficiencies. Can the Browns get better at that in the draft? Yes. But are there better quarterback options out there other than Shador Sanders? Yes. That's my point. And it's okay to say that, guys. Shador showed some flashes today. He also showed you he is a rookie and he needs time to develop. Throwing him out there with what the Browns have right now, or even going down to Miami, because I saw someone say Browns fans are impatient, they should just trade him somewhere else. If you think he's going to succeed elsewhere, let's say in a Miami, you're in for a rude awakening. I'm just telling you guys right now. It's insane, guys. It's insane to me. Why can't we have a conversation like adults here? It's nuanced. It's nuanced. But again, the other storyline coming into today was, Myles Garrett with the sack record. He got a half sack because of some statistician making some changes, to the stats, giving him, an extra half sack. What do you call it? So Myles Garrett gets closer. He needs a sack, a full sack to break the record now. So that's good. At least we got a little bit more progress on the Myles Garrett front. The other front is we had Ian Rappaport talk about the future for Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski. And it seems like, from all intents and purposes, we've done videos here on this channel, a lot of, about Kevin Stefanski's future. It seems like the wind is turning against Kevin Stefanski. And it seems like Andrew Berry is going to be saved from the fire, and Kevin Stefanski is going to be the odd man out. And Torrey Graber says Kevin might have saved his job because they put up a fight against the Bills. I don't think so, man. I don't think he did. It's just, I don't think he's going to be here next year. All signs are pointing to the fact that he's not going to be here next year. It's not happening. Kevin's probably going to get fired. We did the Mike Jones piece at The Athletic. Multiple GMs said this a month ago. Either Berry and Stefanski are getting fired, or Stefanski's going to be the odd man out. And for the entire month, that's all we've heard. And Ian Rappaport just basically kind of confirmed it today that it's Berry's probably going to get saved here, and Stefanski's going to be the odd man out and get pushed out here. All right. So that's the other storyline coming in. We'll be doing that as a video probably tomorrow about what Ian Rappaport had to say about that. We'll go more in depth about that. But we're going to read some of your guys' chats here, all right? I know Last Dragon 53. How does he know Mendoza or Moore are better? This dude is a clown. Listen, to me, Mendoza and Moore have played against better competition than Shador did. They've had better success against better competition than Shador did in college. I think right now you can say Mendoza and Moore have a better ceiling than Shador Sanders has. I think Shador Sanders needs time to develop. Putting him out here with what the Browns have is not a good way to develop talent. It's not. Joe Burrow, in his rookie season, was like 2-14, playing behind a god-awful offensive line, struggled, broke his leg. Okay? It's just not good enough. I don't think he's going to have success right now with the way that they're doing things. I just don't think so. Okay? For me, Fernando Mendoza and Dante Moore have more skills to translate better into the NFL right now. And I think they're further along in the development process than Shador Sanders is. They've played against better competition. They've had more success against better competition. The whole thing about Shador Sanders in college is that when he plays better competition, he sometimes struggles. But again, he's a 5th-round rookie. He needs time to develop. He's not a finished product, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. He's not a finished product. To say otherwise is just insane. Adam TRT says Kevin is getting fired. Yes, he does. I think he is. Nobody would do well with these receivers and coaches. Flacco went to the Bengals and tore it up. He sucked here. I know. That's what I just said. I said the line isn't good. The receivers aren't good. Everybody has said this for years, that the offensive line and the receivers aren't good. And we got rid of all the different quarterbacks and said, let's put Shador Sanders in. Shador Sanders has shown some flashes. Yes, but guess what? The results aren't there. The results aren't there. You have to just be fair and objective in the analysis. If you're going to hold the other guys to a better standard than Shador Sanders, you're just biased. That's fine. It's just announce your bias. That's fine. The Zoo has never played a game in his life, probably Madden. Chef 1668 says Miami has a better coach and a better offense. Okay, sure. Then go. If you want to trade Shador Sanders to Miami, be my guest. We'd probably win 2 more games with Shador Sanders than they do right now. Probably. Maybe 1 more. Alien King 580 says, bro, Jackson Dart at 30 yards today, so he is no good too. I just don't think he is good. I think Jackson Dart is a middling quarterback. The only reason why people are enamored with Jackson Dart is because he's a higher ceiling than Shador does. And I think Shador just needs time to develop. I'm not even saying Shador's a bad quarterback. I don't understand why you guys are going nuts at me. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just think he's not the guy that's going to take the Browns to a Super Bowl or a playoff team or a playoff game. Chef says, you don't have an offensive line. Those QBs are going to have the same problem. Again, I agree. I just think that they're better. If you put Joe Burrow over here, going to be better. He's going to have the same issues, though. He's a better quarterback. I'm just saying, I think he's a better quarterback. I think they're both better quarterbacks than Shador Sanders. I just don't think Shador Sanders is going to be the guy. But then you get better in the draft. Whoever you sign in the offseason, I just think that they're going to have more success than Shador will. That's all I'm saying. IK Barbershop says, go get them. Please trade them to a QB needy team while you're at it. Maybe. They may well do that. Sakarl 40 says, you Browns fans are never satisfied. Please trade Sanders to a better team. Again, what am I supposed to be satisfied with? Please just tell me in the chat. What am I supposed to be satisfied with, guys? I don't understand. What am I supposed to be satisfied with? It's just insane. Rick Davis 9072 says, damn, Sanders training camp is playing out on national TV every day. Adam T says, even Drake May struggled last year, which was his rookie year. I agree. Again, I think he could be better. But if I had an opinion which says Mendoza and Moore are better than Shador Sanders, I think they have a higher ceiling. It's okay, guys. It's okay to say that there's other people who could be better than Shador. It's fine. Rick Davis says Sanders is playing against a Super Bowl contending team. That's crazy. I know. Again, he struggled. And it's fine because he's a rookie. Again, he's a rookie. It's fine to say he struggled. He's not a finished product. I don't understand why people get upset when I say that. He's a rookie. He's not finished yet. I just think there's people that are better. Adam says, don't trip on Judkins being injured. I've been talking about Travion Williams since the preseason, that he would make the roster for sure. Dude's a baller. Yeah, he had some good flashes, man. He had some good flashes. All right. I think we're going to end it there. And that's all I have to say right now. You got it's a little bit of a contentious one, but that's all I had to say right now, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another video. We're going to be talking about Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski with a report from Ian Rappaport. And we'll probably break down the Bills and Browns game a little bit more. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another video here.